Greetings my dear friends. Welcome to Odin's Storytime. I am Odin, the Norse god of wisdom and adventure. Today I will share with you a tale called The Creation of the Sun, Moon, and Stars in Norse Mythology, Odin's tale of celestial order and time, a story from the mighty Norse legends that teaches us courage and cleverness. Let's dive into the world of gods and heroes. Long ago, before the world was shaped and the first humans walked upon the earth, there was only the great void, a place of endless darkness and silence. From the yawning gap called Ginnungagap, the first beings came forth, and the mighty gods began to craft the world. They shaped the mountains, filled the seas, and raised the forests, but the sky above remained empty and cold, with no light to guide the living or mark the passage of time. I, Odin, knew that without light, there could be no order, no way to measure the days or seasons. So, I looked to the children of Ymir, the first giant, for an answer. Among Ymir's kin were two radiant children, Sol, the bright and gentle daughter, and Mani, her calm and thoughtful brother. Sol's hair shone like golden fire, and her laughter could warm the coldest night. Mani's eyes glimmered with a silver glow, and his voice soothed even the wildest wind. But Ymir, proud and stubborn, did not wish to share his children's gifts with the world. He kept Sol and Mani hidden, their brilliance locked away. I, Odin, wise and determined, knew that the world needed their light. With a gentle but firm hand, I approached Ymir and spoke of the world's need for warmth and guidance. At first, Ymir refused, his voice like thunder in the mountains. Yet I reminded him that even the greatest must sometimes give for the good of all. Reluctantly, Ymir agreed, and Sol and Mani stepped forth, their faces shining with hope and curiosity. The gods welcomed them, and I placed a gentle hand on each of their shoulders. I told them of the task that awaited, to ride across the sky and bring light to the world, to mark the hours and guide all living things. When Sol and Mani stepped into their new roles, the world was still learning how to measure time and follow the cycle of day and night. I, Odin, took it upon myself to guide them, to show them the path they must ride across the sky. Sol, radiant and swift, was given a chariot drawn by two mighty horses named Arvak, meaning early riser, and Alsvad, meaning swift. With these horses, she pulled the blazing sun through the heavens each day, bringing light and warmth to Midgard, the world of men. But Sol's journey was not without danger. Behind her ran a great wolf named Skoll, whose hunger was fierce and endless. Skoll chased her relentlessly, and though she raced with all her might, I told her that one day, when the end of days called Ragnarok, Skoll would catch her and swallow the sun whole. Until then, Sol must keep her courage and speed, for her light was the hope of all living things. Her brother, Mani, took the night sky, guiding the moon in his own chariot. Though his horses' names are lost to time, Mani's task was no less important. He controlled the waxing and waning of the moon, marking the passing months and guiding the tides. With him traveled two children, Bil and Huki, whom Mani had taken from the earth as they drew water from a well. These children helped explain the moon's changing shape to the people below. Mani, too, was pursued by a wolf, Hati, brother to Skoll, who chased him across the night sky. Like his sister, Mani raced to keep the darkness at bay, to give the world a gentle light to see by. And like Sol, Mani's fate was tied to the great battle of Ragnarok, when Hati would finally catch him and the moon would be swallowed, plunging the world into shadow. Together, Sol and Mani ride their chariots, day and night, chased by wolves, yet shining bright. Their journeys mark the passage of time, the turning of seasons, and the rhythm of life itself. It is by their light that men measure hours and know when to sow and reap, when to rest and when to rise. As Sol and Mani continued their endless journeys across the sky, the world below grew ever more reliant on their light. But I, Odin, must tell you that their fate is tied to a great and terrible event called Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. This is the time when the wolves Skoll and Hati, who chase Sol and Mani without rest, will finally catch their prey. When that day comes, the sun and moon will be swallowed, and darkness will fall over all the worlds. Ragnarok is not just an end, but a fierce battle between the forces of order and chaos. The earth will tremble, the seas will rise, and the skies will darken. The stars themselves will vanish from the heavens, leaving only shadow and silence. Great beasts, long bound by the gods, will break free. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf born of the trickster Loki, will run loose, his jaws wide enough to swallow the world. The Midgard serpent, Jormungandr, will rise from the depths, poisoning the land and sea with his venom. Though I, Odin, am the Allfather and keeper of wisdom, even I cannot prevent the coming of this fate. But I do not fear it, for from destruction comes renewal. After the fires have burned and the battle is done, a new world will rise from the ashes. The earth will be green once more, and the sun will shine again, guided by new light. Some gods will return, and 2 humans, Lif and Lfraser, will survive to repopulate the earth. Until that day, Sol and Mani race across the sky, chased by wolves, bringing light and marking the passage of time. Their journeys remind us that even in the face of great darkness, courage and perseverance keep the world turning. The celestial order they maintain is a gift to all living things, a promise that time flows on and that hope endures. Now, my dear friends, I will tell you about the stars, those countless lights that sprinkle the night sky like diamonds scattered across a dark cloak. The stars were born from the sparks that flew when the gods crafted the world's first fire. I, Odin, took these sparks and cast them into the heavens to guide travelers and mark the endless passage of time. Each star holds a place in the great cosmic order, shining steady and true. But the stars are more than just lights, they are the eyes of the gods watching over the world, and the threads in the vast web of fate that binds all living things. They remind us that even in the darkest night, there is light to be found, and that time moves forward, weaving the stories of gods and men alike. Remember the wolves I spoke of, Skoll and Hati? Skoll chases Sol, the sun goddess, while Hati pursues Mani, the moon god. These wolves are the children of Fenrir, the great wolf born of Loki and the giantess Angrboda. Their chase is endless, a symbol of the constant struggle between light and darkness. When the time of Ragnarok comes, they will catch their prey, swallowing the sun and moon, and plunging the world into shadow. Yet, even then, the story does not end. Before Sol's final journey, she will give birth to a daughter who will take her place in the sky when the world is renewed. This new light will rise with the reborn earth, and the cycle of day and night will begin anew. From the creation of the sun, moon, and stars, we learn a great lesson, that light and darkness are forever entwined, and that courage and perseverance shine brightest when the night seems darkest. Time flows ever onward, and with it, hope and renewal. I hope you enjoyed this story about the creation of the sun, moon, and stars in Norse mythology, Odin's tale of celestial order and time. The lesson we learned today is that even in the face of darkness and great challenges, courage and the steady light of wisdom guide us through. Remember to carry this wisdom with you, and be courageous and clever every day. Join me again soon for more tales from the Norse legends. Till I see you again, farewell my dear friends.